Okay, hi, this is Dave Johnston with DayTrade the Markets, and on this video I'm just going to go over how to build a market profile for the regular trading hours and for the Globex session as well. So in the control center here, just go to File, New, and Chart. We're going to do the September contract, hit New. You want to use a 1 minute, and on the Instrument Manager, the Session Template, just scroll down a little bit. On this one, we'll use the US Index Futures RTH, and I'll click OK. Okay, the chart popped over here, so I'll just go ahead and move it over. Here we go. Just bring it into view here. So we've got a regular trading hours 1 minute chart. So I will right click on this chart, go to my indicators, and right on the top of my indicators here is the TPO and volume chart. So that's the one we are using at the time being. You may have another one, but this is the one from Financial Algorithms. So I'll just hit New and then Apply, and that will create a market profile in the background here. So what I want to do is obviously make some adjustments here, because the default settings that he has put in here starts with letter D, and I'm just going to put ABC, capital ABC there, so this profile will start in letter A. The next thing I like to do is on the calculation here for the value array, I like to just click in there and change it to volume. On the initial balance range, we'll leave that at 2, but the opening range, I like to put that at 1. And then up at the top here for the value area, if you just double click in there a couple of times, it'll come up as bracket. I prefer to put it as bracket, but you can do whatever. For right now, we'll just leave this prices per row at 1. If the market's moving a lot and has a big range, you'll probably want to go back in here and change that to 2, maybe even 3 or 4, depending on how large the range is that you're looking at and over how many days. The next thing I like to do here is just to try and clean it up a little bit, make the profile look a little bit better. Down here they've got some extra lines that I like to take out. So this Virgin Value Area Low line, I'll just click on that little plus sign, and then over here in the color, and I'm just going to bring this up here and put that in as transparent. I'm also going to do that same thing here with the Value Area High, because I personally, we already have the bracket in there for the value area, so I don't think we need these extra lines in there. It just kind of clutters them up. The rest I will leave in there as far as that section goes. For the initial balance range, right here, IB colors, you may want to leave these, you might not. IB 150 has a default in there as yellow. I don't really look at these, so I'm just going to eliminate them by making these IB 150, 200, and 300%. I'm going to change those to transparent as well. And that should do it. And then I'll just click Apply and then Close, and I've got some market profiles here. So I will remove splitting and merging just in case, because I was playing around with this earlier, and these are individual profiles. Now you can see here they're just in blocks, and the reason is that this is a relatively small chart we're looking at here, so the video is not too big, and because of that, the profile will default down to a size where it can show the full profile. So if I go over here to the scale axis and just drag it up until I can see some letters, and then hold the control button down, I can just scroll down here like this, or move it down I should say, and I can see, you know, what's going on. Now of course the scale we have here is 1 tick per price unit, and I'll just refer back to that. If I right click here and go to indicators, move this over so you can see it right up in this section here where it says prices per row is 1. So if I change that to 2 and go Apply and then Close, you can see now, and I'll change this to an automatic setting, you can see now that we can actually see the lettered profiles in here because I've changed that scale. So this is really how I personally like to view the day session market profiles. So when you go ahead and create it like that, don't forget to save that into your into your workspace, so you know you don't have to keep creating them and so forth. But let's go ahead now. I'll just move this one. Well, we'll move this out of the way and go back to the control panel here. And I'm going to do something very similar. I'll just go new, file new and chart. This time we're going to go new and OK. Okay, it opens it up over here. Let me bring that back over here for a second. Here it is. And I'll bring that over. Here we go. So you can see this. So basically the same chart as we had last time. This is a 1 minute chart. And we'll just go to data, right click on the chart, go to data series. And what I've got in here is I haven't changed it. It just says use instrument settings. So that's for the extended trading hours. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And that will include the overnight session. So what I'll do now is I'll just right click here and go to indicators. Once again, the TPO volume chart is right at the top, so I'll go new to bring it into this lower left panel and then click apply. And you can see in the background here that we have a market profile. So what I want to do on this one is I actually want to start this profile in capital letter S. So I'm going to highlight back from D through R, and I'm just going to Control X that and just scroll on over here to the end and add those letters in at the end, because it will cycle through, so you want to make sure you keep them in sequence. Then I'm just going to go ahead and click apply, because what I can do, and I'll show you what that does in just a moment, but in the meantime let's go ahead and fix these other things that we did before. The value area, we're going to make that as a bracket. Prices per row, we'll put that at 2 right away because we know the range is pretty good right now. Initial balance range is still 2, but the opening range, we'll put that as 1. The calculation for the value area, we'll put that as volume. And then once again, we're just going to eliminate these value area high lines, virgin lines and low lines, and put them as transparent. Okay, we've got the letters in OK. We've got the volume type, the IB colors, we'll click on here, and once again we'll just eliminate those. You can leave these in, of course, if you'd like to. It's totally up to you, of course, but I prefer not to have them cluttering up the profile. So I'll just click apply, take a quick look at that, okay, and we'll go ahead and close that. So now you can see these profiles here. And I'm just going to scroll up here so we can see, or drag up I should say, and then you can see the full profile here. Now this profile here includes the overnight session, so I'm just going to make it a little bit larger so you maybe see it a bit better. We know that capital letter A is the first letter of the day session. So if I just put my mouse cursor right over top of capital letter A and right click on it and then hit split session letter, then what will happen is that you will then see that I now have a true market profile that shows the day session right here and then the overnight. And of course I can do the same thing with the previous day by right clicking on that letter A and then split session at letter. So I'm just going to leave that there and bring over this other profile that I was just showing you, and you can see that this regular trading hours profile that's on the left is the exact same as far as the letters are concerned, starting in A period, both of them. And now, of course, what I have is a market profile that includes the overnight session, and then I have a market profile over here that only is the regular trading hours. The final thing that you might want to do is just so you can easily distinguish between the two of them, I like to make the background color a little different on the overnight included profile. So if you just right click on your chart and then go down here to properties, if you change that color for the background here, I usually just put a really light Gainsborough. You can choose whatever, of course, just put apply and then just close that. And then you can see that I've got a slightly different color there, a gray background. So when I'm looking at the charts very quickly or whenever, I know that that particular market profile includes the overnight session. And so then, I've got them both set up. And of course, the final thing you want to do is go ahead and save the workshop so that you've got both of these market profiles. That is the profiles, the one with the white background, which is just the regular trading hours, and then the one with the gray background, it includes the regular trading hours and the overnight session. And so when the market it trades every day starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, you're going to have to split that profile off by right-clicking on the letter A, and you can do that as soon as, immediately after the market opens, or at the end of the first 30-minute period, whenever you want, in order to split off this new profile and have it as a regular trading hours profile, just like the one with the white background here. Yeah, and then just make sure that you save them in the workshop and you're ready in your workspace, I should say, and then you've got them saved and you're ready to go. So that's how to build the market profile in both cases. Now, another thing that you might want to do from time to time, and I know I've touched on it in some of the other videos, but it's probably worth showing here for a moment, is an easy way. If you right-click on the profile itself, there's obviously several sections here, or several choices, I should say, and the first one is split, unsplit letters. If I then left-click on that, it basically becomes a 30-minute bar chart. Instead of a candle or a bar, they're actually letters at each price. And if I don't want that anymore, I just right-click again, and it will unsplit them and bring them and collapse them over to the left axis. Today, for example, the market really started to rally off of this L period low. If I just split the letters again like that, you can see this L period low, it dipped down, and then the market had a nice run up. So what I tend to do in cases like that, just to examine the market in how it's doing, one time frame versus two time frame, etc., and things like that, or a buying or selling spike late in the day, or excess on the high or low of the day, is actually split off the profile when some really good buying started, like late in today, when the market spiked higher after it hit a low in M period. L period was the low of the dip, which was a selling period. Actually, I'll split it off in M period there, so I'll just right-click on top of M period, and I'll split session at letter. And if I just go back here and I unsplit there, you can see that I've got now what's called a running profile, or a new profile, after the market has moved from this area of value or consolidation. So that's how you can easily create splits in the profile. And then, of course, if you want to then bring them back together, you just right-click on the left-hand side profile, and you just go ahead and click Merge Session Right, and that will bring these back to the regular profile. The other way to do it, of course, too, is just remove splitting and merging. So if I split these again at any one of these letters, for example, here, and I have two profiles, and let's say I had splits on these, I could just right-click anywhere in here, remove splitting and merging, and it'll bring them all back together to the regular profile. So just a couple of the tools that are handy to use in order to understand market behavior, as far as just kind of manually manipulating the market profiles and getting a better view, or different views, different perspectives of the market using the market profile. So that'll be it for right now. Thanks for watching. This is Dave Johnston with DayTrade the Markets. Any questions, of course, just get a hold of us at info@daytradethemarkets.com. Bye for now.